feel like the purpose of meditation, in my mind, for a long time, was and probably will continue to be periodically, is that being in a mental state or having your attention on being mindful or loss of self, the self is an illusion, free will doesn't exist, whatever that thing is that brings you back to whatever you want to call it, but I'm going to say the true moment, or one continual expansion of space and time and energy exchange that we experience as a mental processes, even in the brain and of the body and of the environment. It's all one thing. I have thought for the longest of times that the ultimate goal was to achieve a state of, as much as possible, be in that state of awareness or attention on the present moment, what's occurring as it's occurring. But really, there is no perfection. You want a balance of both. You want to be able to think about something so you don't trip and fall. You want to be able to coordinate your actions and movements in a particular way. You also want to be able to have some type of an attention, or the feeling of yourself delved into some of those ideas and thoughts and creations. However, most people don't get enough of the mindful mental state. And I'm going to go back for a second. Perfection doesn't exist like people maybe think that it does. I know it doesn't exist the way I used to think that it does. At least now I have a different outlook on it, and that may also change again. But perfection is much like infinity in my mind. It's something that seems like it would be great to live forever or something, to be absolutely perfect. It seems great to be able to live forever, but what would you do? You would end up, the funny thing about forever is you would end up doing everything an infinite amount of times. You would do everything an infinite amount of times. You would end up wanting to come back to the place that you're at right now, which is, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know when I'm going to die. The same thing is with perfection. If you really had everything you wanted, then what? You want to not want. It's still wanting. So if you were really in that state of just like, I have perfect. This is perfect. You realize that's not really what you wanted. Because the self that was wanting something is still part of the equation. You think you're going to achieve or get something after you achieve or obtain something in your life. Whether it be like, I want to have a career that benefits myself as well as other people to the best of my ability. I would love that. That's a good goal. Okay, I just want it. The same goes for wanting to itch. Have an itch. The same goes for that. I itch it, and then what? Then I want to walk. Then I want to look at that tree. Wow, that's really pretty. Perfection as a construct to work towards seems to be at least a fallacy in my mind. It seems to be not correct. It's really as simple as just enjoying or observing or being aware, directing your attention to everything that is. On that note, I am going to walk because I want to walk and I want to say the next sentence. And there's nothing else I can do because I'm human. And you're going to want something. So just watch that wanting. Just observe it as a separate observer. I'm listening to the words coming out of my mouth just like maybe myself in this video is listening to the words coming out of my mouth at a previous time, or somebody else.